Good morning, students. Today we are going to see a new topic, atoms and molecules. Already we know that what is an atom and what is a molecules. In your lower class itself we have studied. Before that, let me see. Let us see what is an atom. Atom is a basic unit of all matter. Atom is a basic unit of all matter. See, we know this. In an atom, there are some elementary particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons. See, before the invention of these electrons, protons, and neutrons, the first theory of atom was proposed by John Dalton. John Dalton. See, he gave some postulates of atomic theory. See, atom means actually it is indivisible. Atom means indivisible. According to John Dalton, atom is an indivisible particle. So like that, the atom of same elements, they have their own same properties. Like atom of different elements, they have different properties like that. Some of the postulates are John Dalton. See, later some of these postulates may be considered as wrong. So proved by some other scientist. See, finally there are some corrections in the postulates of John Dalton. After the correction, a new atomic theory was proposed. See, the theory is known as modern atomic theory. What we call it as modern atomic theory. That is, after the correction of all the atomic theory which was proposed by Dalton is known as modern atomic theory. Some of the postulates of modern atomic theory. So let us see. First one, atom is no longer indivisible. See, already we know this, it is divisible. Already according to John Dalton, the atom is no longer, it is divisible. Already we know this. No longer indivisible means it is easily divisible. See, after the invention of electron, protons, and neutrons, these are all some atomic particles. So, according to John Dalton, the atom is indivisible. It is the basic unit. அதாவது அதுக்கு மேலே அது சின்னதாக பார்க்க முடியாது, அதில் எதுவும் இல்லை அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் then they consider, see, it is no longer indivisible. So next one, atoms of same element may have different atomic mass. Atoms of the same element may have different atomic mass. See, we know this. Let us see examples. Isotopes. Isotopes. What is an isotope? See, the atoms of same element. Atoms of same element, they differ in some type. What type? See, atom of same elements may differ according to the mass number. We know that what is atomic number and what is mass number. See, in the nuclear physics and all, we have studied what is mass number and what is atomic number. See, atomic number, the number of protons or number of electrons of an atom is called atomic number. So, if same element means they have same atomic number, but they differ in their mass number. See, if for example, hydrogen. See, hydrogen, there are three types of isotopes. Already we have studied. See, what are the protium, deuterium, tritium. Protium, deuterium, tritium. See, for the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, but the mass number varies. Say 1, 2, and 3. See, if it is 1, mass number is 1, we call that as protium. That means it contains only one electron and one proton, that is no neutron, that is called protium. Then second one, deuterium. In that it contains one electron and one proton and one neutron. So it is called deuterium. Then another one tritium. In this, one electron, one proton, then two neutrons. It is called tritium. So the atoms of same element, they differ in mass number. They are called isotopes. They are called isotopes. See, in this I have given the isotope of chlorine. Chlorine, the atomic number is 17, already we know this. The mass number is 35 and 37. So 35 and 37, there is a difference in the mass number according to the number of neutrons, because number of neutrons and number of proton is totally known as mass number. So there is a change in the number of protons. See, such a atoms are called isotopes. So each and number, most of the elements, they have isotopes. Say chlorine, here chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. These are the two isotopes of chlorine. So second point is atom of same element may have different atomic mass. Atomic mass. See, same elements means they have same atomic number, they differ in their mass number. See, these are all called isotopes. Then third point, atoms of different elements may have same atomic masses. Atom of different elements may have different atomic masses. See, atoms of same element, different elements means different, for example, argon and calcium, they differ in their atomic number. We know this, the atomic number of argon is 18, atomic number of calcium is 20, but the mass number of both argon and calcium is equal to 40. So here atom of different elements, so they have different atomic number, but they have same mass number, is here 40. So such a elements are called isobars. So what is an isobar? See, atoms of different elements may have same atomic mass, that is same mass number. Then one more thing, we know this isotones. See, in two different elements, if they have the number of neutrons, if the two elements of the atoms of two elements, they differ in their atomic number, but the neutron present in each is same, then they are called isotones. So what are the three things already we have seen? One is isotopes, second one is isobar, and third one is isotones. Already we have studied all these things in our 9th standard itself. See, once again I recall all these things. What is an isotope? Atoms of same elements have different mass number, they are called isotopes. Atoms of different elements, they have same mass number. Then atoms of different elements, they have now equal number of neutrons, they are called isotones. Then next point, atoms of one element can be transmitted into atoms of another elements. See, atoms of one element can be transmitted to another element. See, atom of one element can be changed into another atom. That way is called artificial transmutation. Artificial transmutation. See, atom of one element can be changed, it can be converted to another atom of another element. That is called artificial transmutation method. Then the atoms may not always combine in a simple whole ratio. See, what is the ratio? See, what are the elements present in a particular compound? They combine with each other with a whole ratio. See, it sometimes it may be a whole proportion, sometimes they are not equal. See, for example, in glucose, what is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. C6H12O6. Here, see, while we are find the ratio, C is to H is to O. That is carbon is to hydrogen is to oxygen. See how many carbons are here? 6 carbons. Then 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen. So the ratio is 6 is to 12 is to 6. While we are simplifying it, we will get 1 is to 2 is to 1. See, for glucose, the ratio of the elements present in it is 1 is to 2 is to 1. That is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They are in the proportion of 1 is to 2 is to 1. But in the another case, see for example, sucrose. Sucrose, the molecular formula of sucrose is C12H22O11. C12H22O11. Again, while you are finding carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, the ratio is equal to 12 is to 22 is to 11. But they are not in a whole ratio. So, that is the postulates of atomic theory, that is atoms may not always combine in a simple ratio, whole number ratio. Then atom is the smallest particle that take part in a chemical reaction. Atom is the smallest particle that takes part in a chemical reaction. See, the mass of the atom can be converted into energy. Normally, the mass of an atom can be converted into energy. See, with the help of Einstein's mass energy relation. See, the same thing already we have studied in nuclear physics, how the mass of the atom can be converted to energy using the formula of Einstein's mass energy relation. E is equal to mc square. E is equal to mc square, where energy produced E is equal to change in mass, that is difference in mass, and what is C? C is for velocity of flight in air. So, mass of an atom can be converted into energy. So, using the formula E is equal to mc square, which was proposed by Einstein, can calculate the change. So, these are all the postulates of modern atomic theory. Once again I repeat, an atom is no longer indivisible. Indivisible means இது வந்து அதுக்கு மேலே பிரிக்க முடியாதுன்னு இருந்ததை பிரிச்சிடறோம். இப்போ வந்து அதை பிரிக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு, அதை டிவைட் பண்ணி பார்க்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். நெக்ஸ்ட்டு, atoms of the same element may have different atomic mass. Examples: isotopes. Atoms of different elements may have same atomic masses. Discovery of isobars. Then atoms of different elements may have same number of neutrons. See, we call them as isotones. For example, carbon and nitrogen. See, carbon 13 and nitrogen 14. See, the mass number of carbon is 6, nitrogen is 7. So, just A minus Z formula, find the number of neutrons. In both the cases, we get 7 neutrons are there. So, they are isotones. And atoms of one element can be transmitted into another atom of elements. Discovery of artificial transmutation method. See, atoms may not always combine in a simple whole number ratio. Example, glucose. But in the case of sucrose, the ratio will not be in a whole number. So, atom is the smallest the particle that takes part in a chemical reaction. Next, the mass of an atom can be converted into energy using the formula E is equal to mc square. We know this, it is Einstein's mass energy relation. Then important thing in this lesson, we are going to see atomic mass. What is atomic mass? See, normally atom is a basic unit, we know this. There are number of atoms, billions of atoms. See, just exactly we cannot separate an atom, and directly we cannot find its mass. So, such a smallest particle directly we cannot measure. So, for that purpose, we are comparing to measure the atomic mass. Normally, we are comparing mass of an atom with the mass of another atom. So, for what are the atoms we consider? Let us consider first atom of hydrogen. See, the mass of atom of hydrogen is compared with the atom of another element. So, it is also a ratio. So, instead of hydrogen, we may use oxygen. Or finally, now we are using carbon 12 carbon 12 atom. See, how can we measure the atomic mass? The sum of the mass of the number of protons and neutrons of an atom is called its mass number. We know this. How can we measure this atomic mass? Just we are comparing mass of an atom with the mass of either hydrogen or oxygen or carbon 12 atom. See, we are comparing, no, so that is called relative atomic mass. What we call it as relative atomic mass, or AM, relative atomic mass. See, what is relative atomic mass? Relative atomic mass of an element is the ratio between the average mass of its isotope to 1 by 12 part of mass of a carbon 12 atom. Say, once again I repeat, the relative atomic mass of an element is the ratio between the average mass of its isotope to 1 by 12 part of the mass of carbon 12 atom. Say, we know this, carbon, the mass number is 12. For example, hydrogen, the mass number is 1. See, for example, while we are measuring the relative atomic mass, let us see carbon 12, 1 by 12 part of carbon 12. That means again it is equal to 1. So, either comparing with the help of hydrogen atom or comparing with the carbon 12. While we are comparing carbon 12 atom, it is 1 by 12 part of carbon 12 atom. So, the relative atomic mass of an element is the ratio between average mass of its isotope to 1 by 12 part of the mass of carbon 12 atom. See, normally we call it as standard atomic weight. Standard atomic weight. See, the symbol of standard atomic weight is A small r. A small r. So, that is equal to average mass of the isotope of the element by 1 by 12 part of the mass of one carbon 12 atom. See, AR is equal to average mass of the isotopes of the element by 1 by 12 part of the mass of one carbon 12 atom. See, let us see some values. See, in this hydrogen, the symbol is H. Its a relative atomic mass is 1. Then carbon symbol is C. Then its value is 2. See here, carbon 12. So 1 by 12 part of, that means 12 by 1 that is equal to 12. Hydrogen, see 1. Carbon 12 1 by 2 means again 1. 1 by 1 1. Like oxygen, the symbol is O. So its value is 16. Then nitrogen, symbol N, the value is 14. Sodium, Na, symbol, then the value is 23. Then magnesium, Mg, the value is 24. Sulfur, symbol S, then the value is 32. See, in this table, some of the relative atomic mass of the atoms have given. For hydrogen, value is 1, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, sodium 23, then magnesium 24, sulfur 32. Then normally, while we are measuring this relative atomic mass, it is a ratio, no? See, we are comparing mass of an atom with the mass of carbon 12 atom, that is 1 by 12 part of carbon 12 atom. So, it is a ratio. So, it has no unit. But while we are measuring or mentioning or expressing this at atomic mass in grams, it is called gram atomic mass. So, while we are expressing this mass of an element in grams, it is called gram atomic mass. So, let us see, the gram atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 gram. The gram atomic mass of carbon is 12 grams. The gram atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 grams. The gram atomic mass of oxygen is 16 grams. So, relative atomic mass, when it is expressed in grams, it is called gram atomic mass. Then next important one, there are more isotopes in the elements now. So in such a cases, we are comparing, just we have to consider the average value of the isotopes. We are comparing the average value of the isotopes, that is called average atomic mass. Average atomic mass. What is average atomic mass? See, the average atomic mass of an element is weighted average masses of the naturally occurring isotopes. So, what is average atomic mass? The average atomic mass of an element is weighted average of the masses of its naturally occurring isotopes. See, for example, in this case, see the isotopes of carbon. So, what are the isotopes of carbon? Carbon 12 and carbon 13. See, what is the natural occurrence? That is abundance. நம்ம நார்மலாக எவ்வளோ இருக்கும் ஒரு 100 ஆட்டம்ஸில் எப்படி இருக்கும் 12 எவ்வளோ இருக்கும் 13 எவ்வளோ இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறத கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. வாட் இஸ் த ரேஷியோ? சி கார்பன் 12 நார்மலி in natural occurrence 98.9 percentage, 98.9 percentage. Then carbon 13 just 1.1 percent. See, the isotopes of carbon are two. What are they? Carbon 12 and carbon 13. Naturally, the carbon 12 is the percentage 98.9 percentage. Then carbon 13 it is 1.1. These are the two isotopes. So, we have to calculate the average atomic mass of carbon. How can we calculate? See, it is equal to, see, first 12, carbon 12, that must be, that is how many, how much of percentage? 98.9 percentage by 100. Then another isotope 13. So, 13 into, what is the percentage? 1.1 by 100. So, while we are multiplying and simplifying this, we will get 12 into 0.989 plus 13 into 0.011. So, then after the multiplication we will get 12 into 0.989 must be equal to 11.868. Then 13 into 0.011 is equal to 0.143. So, the total value is 12.011 atomic mass unit. See, we use the average atomic mass in atomic mass unit. See, AMU, atomic mass unit. See, what is the value of carbon? It is equal to 12.011. See, we just we are considering carbon. The value of average atomic mass of carbon is 12.011 atomic mass unit. See, let us consider another important element, oxygen. See, in this case, oxygen is the most abundant element in both the earth crust and the human body. See, oxygen is the most abundant element in both the earth crust and the human body. So, there are three isotopes of oxygen. What are the three? Oxygen 16, oxygen 17, oxygen 18. See, isotopes already we know the same atomic number, different mass number. So, oxygen 16, the mass of AMU, atomic mass unit is 15.9949. The percentage of occurrence is 99.757. Then oxygen 17, 16.9991, it is mass. Then the percentage of abundance is 0.038, 0.038. Then oxygen 18, its mass is 17.992 atomic mass unit. That is oxygen 18, the mass of oxygen 18 is 17.992. That is already we know this. This is the average atomic mass. Then the percentage of abundance 0.205. And then now if we calculate the value of atomic mass of oxygen, see the value mass into percentage of abundance by 100. So, 15.9949 into 99.757 by 100 plus 16.9991 into 0.038 by 100, again plus 17.992 into 0.205 by 100. So, you will get the value 15.999 atomic mass unit. How much? 15.999. So, it is nearly equal to 16. So, we consider the average atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Exact value is 15.999. So, like carbon, the average atomic mass is 12.011 atomic mass unit. So, normally we consider it is 12, carbon 12. So, like in oxygen, its value is 16, but exact value is 15.999 atomic mass unit. See, you can calculate the value of average atomic mass of boron. See, I have given another sum. Boron. Boron naturally occurs as a mixture of boron 10 and boron 11 isotopes. There are two isotopes of boron. One is boron 10, another one is boron 11. The percentage of abundance of boron 10 is 20 and that boron 11 is 80. Calculate the average atomic mass of boron. How can we solve it? The average atomic mass of boron is equal to, see, boron 10. So, 10 into percentage 20 by 100 plus 11 into, see, boron 11. So, 11 into percentage 80 by 100. So, we will give the answer. So, do it yourself. Once again, I read the sum. Boron naturally occurs as a mixture of boron 10 and boron 11 isotope. The percentage of abundance boron 10 is 20 and that of boron 11 is 80. Just to calculate the average atomic mass. So, you do it yourself. And then one more thing. Some values of atomic number. See, hydrogen. The symbol of hydrogen H, it is atomic mass is 1.008. Then helium. Symbol of helium He, its value of atomic mass is 4.003 atomic mass unit. Lithium. Symbol Li, say its value is 6.941. Like beryllium Be, atomic mass is 9.012. Then boron B 10.811. And see, in this activity 7.1, you have to fill it yourself. See, complete the following table by filling the appropriate value terms. See, what are the value? First, element N. See, number of protons 7. Then number of neutrons you have to calculate. See, number of protons 7, automatically electrons 7, then neutrons here 14, 7 minus 7, 7, then mass number is 14. Just like the value of isotopes of abundance, nitrogen 14 and nitrogen 15. See, like boron, you have to calculate the value of nitrogen and sulfur, then chlorine. In the case of sulfur, the value is 32, but here the given value is 14 and the number of neutrons, number of protons 14, number of neutrons 16, so totally 30. So, mass number, so totally it is the value has given is wrong. So, just modify this. Sulfur, the value of sulfur is 32. So, instead of number of protons, it should be changed as 16. And then fill it by yourself. Nitrogen, sulfur and chlorine. So, number of protons in sulfur, we know this, it is 16. not 14. So correct this. Number of protons in nitrogen 7, number of protons in sulfur 16, number of chlorine it is 17. See, just do the correction and fill the activity table by yourself. See, let me see next what is in atoms, what are the differences between atoms and molecules, then what is a molecule, then how can we measure the total amount of molecules and all in our next class.